Again, another great exercise to really isolate one particular muscle group. So here we were doing overhead extensions, similar to if you were in the gym using a cable, a dumbbell, even a barbell, and doing overhead extensions like this. The key being the elbows and the wrists, keeping them together at the same width. Again, body alignment. You want your wrists, elbows, and shoulders to be as much in line as you can, with the tricep having to do all of the work instead of shifting and distributing that effort across other muscle groups such as the shoulders, even parts of the upper back, and even the biceps are having to come in and play if your body is not biomechanically aligned. Now, let me show you another one for the back of the arms, the triceps. Good old-fashioned tricep pull down. And for this one, we're going to use the final piece of apparatus that I showed you at the beginning of this segment. Bungee cords. Now, you can really use anything here, rubber, something with a little bit of elasticity. And the reason is we need that constant resistance as you push down. Using the straps on this one won't give us any benefit because look, if we're pulling down, we have no resistance at all other than if we were to keep it weighted at the other end. We need something that has some elasticity to help us lengthen, contracting that muscle and pulling it back so we're having to resist. Watch. Again, that's really having to work the back of my triceps hard. What you saw there was two variations of the tricep pull down. Overhand tricep pull down, as if I was using a rope in the gym on a cable, spreading my hands at the bottom. And then towards the end, I changed from an overhand to an underhand grip. Much harder to do, so I only got a few extra reps out. But what that does is shift the emphasis of the muscle being worked from more of the horseshoe part of the tricep here to something that normally people work. The inner part, what they actually think is part of their bicep. And if I move my arm up, you can see the bicep, two parts of muscle, much smaller segment of my arm, only 1/3 of my whole arm than my tricep, again made up of 3 muscle heads, which as you can see here, if I tense, the large outer head here, the smaller head round the back, and then one that you rarely see, tricep. This is actually part of your tricep. When people do a bicep pose, the large muscle group you're seeing is actually not the bicep, not if they're training correctly and they have proportion arms. This here, this muscle is the tricep, and that is worked directly by doing underhand pull downs. So with those 2 exercises, we work the full spectrum of the arm with the bicep curl, the pull up, and then with the overhead extension, overhand pull down, and the underhand pull down. 2 exercises, 5 different variations, working the full spectrum of the arm.